Hey guys, I've been meaning to do this video for a while now, and so I'm finally doing it. This is my secret to crease-free eyes, like 24-hour long makeup. Not that you'd want to wear your makeup for 24 hours, but I have crazy oily eyelids, and the only primer that has worked for me is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. But I was starting to notice after a couple years of using this that I don't know if my skin was getting used to it or what, but it would start creasing on me. So, and plus, after I discovered the Kat Von D primer, I fell in love with this one because the way it makes your eyeshadow stick is unlike any other primer I've ever tried. It's described as a magnet for your eyeshadow on the Sephora website, and that is pretty much what it is. Out of all the primers I've ever tried, this one makes your eyeshadow pop the most. And like, I've tried the Eden primer from Urban Decay, totally not the same formula as the original one, because that one creases on me like a son of a bitch. So I wanted to figure out a way to be able to use my Kat Von D primer every day, because this one, if I use it alone, sadly enough, it creases on me. So this is what I do every single day. I do this every morning when I put on my makeup. It's still on when I come home from work 8 hours later, and well into the night until I take off my makeup. So the first thing I do is take off any oil on my eyelids. Even if I just got out of the shower, I will still do this. I use Almay oil-free makeup remover wipes. These are amazing. Love them. They're just little circles like this. So the first thing I will do is just wipe one of these over my eyelids like I'm taking off my makeup, even though I have nothing on there. Just ensures that your eyelids are clean and ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do, use my Urban Decay Primer Potion, just the way you would normally use it. Once you have the primer potion on and it's all dry, this is like my secret weapon. I use Urban Decay De-Slick, the powder kind. It's just, it has, I'm hitting pan on it now because I've used it so much, but it's just an oil blotting powder, basically. I just use that on a little fluffy thing, the pat fluffy thing, like a powder puff. It's not the one that came with it, because the one that came with it is all gross and old, but any powder puff will do. And then I just take it, pat it over where I put the primer potion. And that is what pretty much locks in and stops my oil all day on my eyelids. So then after that, I'll just use the Kat Von D primer, which you really, really don't need a lot of this stuff. I can't stress that enough. I literally use 3 dots like that every time I do it, because it's so pigmented and crazy. And then you just blend that out. And then you're pretty much ready to go and do your eyeshadow. This will keep my eyeshadow, I'm saying me personally, I have very, very, very oily eyelids that if I didn't use a primer at all, my makeup would all be in my eye crease within an hour. That's how bad it is. So this has been working perfectly for me. I've been doing this for many, many months, pretty much since I bought the Kat Von D primer. This one is probably ideal and perfect for people with dry eyelids. I will say it lasted a couple hours on me by itself before it started creasing, but I'm so in love with it. I was desperate to find a way to use it and get the best out of it, because it's amazing. If you haven't never tried it, definitely pick one up. It's the way it makes your eyeshadow stick, I can't even explain it. The Urban Decay one is good, but the eyeshadows don't stick as well as they do with this. Like, they come out crazy pigmented when you use the Kat Von D one. So actually I'll show you a swatch on my hand just to prove my point. I'm going to put Urban Decay, blend it in, and then I will put Kat Von D right underneath it. Try and put it where I didn't put the Urban Decay one. Blend that out. Now, to be fair, I won't use an Urban Decay shadow or a Kat Von D one. I'll use one of the Hard Candy Baked eyeshadows, because those are really not that pigmented when you just do a little swatchy. So I'm gonna just use the blue one for shits and giggles. I'll swatch it where there's no primer. So that's the Hard Candy one with no primer. Then over Urban Decay, which I put right here. That's over Urban Decay's primer potion, and then over the Kat Von D primer. It's just, I should have done them closer together, but can you tell how much darker it is? This is the Kat Von D one, this is Urban Decay. This is no primer at all. Kind of looks like a video game smiley face or something. Yeah, I'm a dork. But it's just, every eyeshadow you use is so much darker and more pigmented and more awesome with the Kat Von D one, so that is why I was so desperate to find a way to make it work. This is what I do every day for my eyes. The de-slick never irritates my eyes. I know I'm gonna get a question about that, but yeah, the proof is in the swatches. So again, Kat Von D primer and skin, Urban Decay primer potion, and no primer at all. This was just a Hard Candy duo in Love Bug. It was the blue color. So that is it for my little how I prime my eyes and make them not oily. So that's it for now, and I'll talk to you guys later.